Here we're going to talk about power play breakout and exactly what that's going to look like depending on what the defenders are doing. So first example, we're talking about a team that is bringing a guy all the way down below the hash mark. So we're trying to set up behind the net. Maybe their first forward comes all the way down. He's just kind of standing here waiting for things to happen. This would be a team that's putting on pressure. We stop behind. We're going to have our right flank and our left flank come and curl down. You can keep your feet moving forward the entire time, so you don't need to transition or anything. Keep your feet moving the entire time going forward and just flank. And I'd prefer, it doesn't necessarily need to happen this way, but I prefer us to go up the right side of the ice, and I'm going to explain why. Okay, if we can, let's go up the right side of the ice, because what we're going to do in the neutral zone is we're going to have one guy, and this could be bumper or net, doesn't matter, just needs to be one guy. One guy's going to come across the red line through the middle, the other guy's going to come across the blue line through the middle, and we're really going to make sure that we're stretching out these D, giving these guys as much time and space. So let's say, for example, puck gets moved out, and now it's at our right flank. And as this is happening and we're moving up the ice, I'm going to say most of the time, you're going to get this second forward coming in and trying to angle as we move up the wall. And so this is where this player is the most important on the breakout. He's absolutely the most important on the breakout. You're basically going to have three options, okay? Your three options are going to be, if this second forward angles you really well and you don't have an option, we can either put this puck all the way far side, or we can bring this puck into the middle to the bumper. The third option could be is if this forward doesn't angle well, we can just use our speed and let's just take this puck right up the wall. But that's really the first option that we're looking for is can we trap two guys in the zone? Because if we are able to trap both this guy down low with this pass and a second guy down low with another pass, well, now we've got an easy 3-on-2 zone entry. But there might be times where, like I said, this guy angles really well and you have to make a pass, or it might be he gets too low and you're able just to blow by him. If you're able just to blow by him, then just use your speed and create a 4-on-2 rush. That is the simple way, right? If they're being aggressive, we just have to make good passes, and as long as we're in the good spots, we should be fine. There's also ways this net guy can be really patient. This net guy can stay down here, and there might be times where we have to throw this puck off the wall, and then the net guy can just bump it to the middle to our bumper guy. So there's different options that we have while using this setup. It's all just about executing and making good plays. Now, what's a lot more difficult to do in regards to zone entry is if they don't come down and be aggressive. If they do something like this, where they back off and they're just standing in the neutral zone, or you might see teams do like a box coming back, or you might see teams do like a 1-3 coming back, all these things where they're just giving us all this space. Well, it's a lot different, okay? And the key to this is we want to enter the zone as well as we can at the same time. And what I mean by that is a good rule is we want to have 4 guys crossing the blue line at the same time. And so this is how we're going to do this. Say the top guy has the puck. He's going to take all the space that he possibly can. Okay? We're going to take all the space that we possibly can until we get to this place. And what these flankers are going to do is they're just going to let the guy who's at the top, who has the puck, just skate right on by him. And you two are just going to watch. Okay? And rather than coming outside or inside to outside, you're going to take a different route. You're going to come down the wall, you're going to see there's no pressure, and you're both going to get right in line with the dots. You're going to both get right in line with the dots. And so this guy at the top, all he's going to do is he's going to get as far as he can until one of these forwards put pressure on him. As soon as one of these forwards put pressure on him, all he's going to do is just drop this puck back to either the left flank or the right flank and give it to him. And once he's able to do that, well, now we have their forwards who are probably standing still, and we've got these two guys moving with a lot of speed. The bumper and the net, you guys are going to stay right along the blue line, so you could maybe take like a few steps away from the blue line, so that way as these guys are skating, you're able to move your feet with them and get across the blue line. But the top guy, after you drop it, you're just going to stop and put on the brakes because you're going to make sure that in case there's any sort of turnover, you're covering the back. And then what we want is the right flank, the left flank, our bumper, and our net all trying to enter the zone at the same time. So we've got some options of what we can do here. You could do right flank skates, and since these guys are standing still, hopefully you're able just to blow right by them. And once you're able to get by that first guy, well, now we can just bump the puck off to this net guy, and he can enter the zone, and then we can get set up. We could do options where, let's say the right flank has the puck, and he notices that these two forwards are both cheating over because he tried to get to the middle of the ice. Well, now our left flank's coming up this way, and we can work it across, and now we've got a little 2-on-1. So once again, we have more players, and also we're going to hopefully catch them standing still. So it's all just about making good decisions based on what they're doing. And as long as we make good decisions and make good passes, we should be able to enter the zone. Once we enter the zone, then it's about getting into our formation and getting set up. So the most important thing is just recognizing, first, puck's got to get behind the net, so our goalie's got to help with that, help get the puck behind the net. But realize, is this first guy down and really giving us pressure, or is this first guy just going to back off, and are they going to sit in the neutral zone? And different teams are going to do different things, and we're going to have to adjust depending on who we're playing.